I know her to be very hardworking, very persuasive, and she's a go-getter.
I pursued my undergraduate at Daystar University, having a specialization in electronic media. I define myself as an introvert, hardworking, self-driven, and a problem solver. I've solved a lot of problems in relation to electronic media, which has exposed me to know the different ways of solving them.
She knows what she wants and she goes for it. She does not hesitate or try to look for excuses. So any amount of work that she's given, she's able to deliver. And when she's passionate about something, she gives it her all. Yes, to make sure that she has done a perfect job. She's a good friend, good listener, very mature, and very accommodating.
Daystar University has sharpened my skills, having done broadcast techniques, video production, audio production, and writing for the screen. In this, I acquired skills in cinematography, editing, writing, and producing. I have written, produced, and directed a TV news magazine called The Secret, and also a short film called Trustworthy. I've also managed to produce a wedding video for Silas and Brenda and written a 30-minute script for a film called Bittersweet.
That was done professionally. Somebody who watched the video thought it was actually the original and the one which was intended for those who are the couple now. So we are glad. I was also involved in another project which was medical in nature, and part of the things which she was not really conversant with, I was able to take her through, and I took her to the hospital where I work, and even we did part of it in another hospital again, where I do some work on part-time.
Apart from that, I know you could be asking yourself, what are the few things of my favorites?
Very passionate about children. And then it's not like one-sided, like for me, I know I love children, but children don't love me back. But with her, she loves the kids and they love her back. So it's very, very interesting. And she really loves just taking care of them. She has been doing Sunday school, not just even in this, that even outside this, that in churches and mentoring children. It's just something I think she'll make.
He is so passionate on the ministry of children, and sometimes it impresses me what she has done before. Where I grew up, I used to be a youth leader, but once Faith took over leadership after many years, I've seen her travel to very many places, ministering to the youth, reaching out to children. I was impressed in some of these conferences which are organized for by the church for the youth. She's been so much involved in one of the times she traveled late in the evening. In Nakuru, she called me at almost midnight, and because of the faith that she has, actually in our place in Nakuru, sometimes it's not easy to get to our place anytime after, you can't get vehicle after 10. But that day I received a testimony from her that they got a vehicle which was able to take them all the way to the ground for the conference. She was going with one of the speakers, and I think she was also ministering in the conference. And really, that gives the reality of the.
We're together in the Christian Union, and she was in charge of the Bible study and discipleship. And through that, working together, I've seen her bring a lot of passion. And I think you can't quite put her in a box, because whatever work she has to do, she will do it, and she will be passionate about it because she wants to deliver her best.
Way back in secondary school, she served in the executive, the Christian Union, and that really impressed me by what she was able to do in college, in secondary school. When she became through with after secondary school, when she joined Daystar, I was so impressed when she actually told me that she's part of the leadership. You know, in leadership, you are put on your toes. So it ensures that you're spiritually upright and you're doing well. And Faith was involved in the Christian Union, and not only in Christian Union but serving in the executive, which is actually part of it puts one on toes and ensures that they are always dynamic.
Faith believes in prayer that works. I enjoy doing photography, traveling, and playing with young children.
So Faith is an extraordinarily diligent student. She's hardworking, she's committed, she's sincere. But above that, apart from being a diligent student, she's an honest person. A person who's devoted to the truth and to what is right. She's a person who would stand up in a crowd and where everyone says one thing, when she believes that it is wrong, she will give her own opinion. She's a very strong character. She is what we would hope Daystar is producing in terms of servant leaders who have a very strong Christian ethos. And Christian ethos is not just knowing the kind of terminology of being born again, but actually living the life, people who live a Christ-like existence. That's what I've seen in Faith, personally. And I think she will go on to be a very strong professional, a very loving and capable wife, and a devoted mother. And of course, a very productive citizen of Kenya. Let me give you an example of Faith in action. We were drawing towards the end of semester in one of our ethics classes, class of about 45. And so I was saying, next week we are going to focus on this topic. And everyone said, no, Mwalimu, it's study week. School is closed. And I was on the verge of believing them when Faith stood up and said, no, Mwalimu, they are lying. 1 out of 45. I won't forget that easily. Here is a person of integrity, a person who is not cowed by the crowd, but who stands up and speaks for what is truth. So I sincerely believe that in Faith we have a model of the Daystar graduate, somebody who stands by the truth and somebody who is Christ-like.
The most outspoken things in the life of Faith, I want to say sincerely, is concerning faith in God. That's really unnecessary. Sometimes she gives me testimonies and I say, as much as I'm also I've been gifted in faith, sometimes I don't, so I've seen the things God has done through her and for her, and I really, it's unnecessary.
With a combination of skills and experience, I am confident that I'll bring a positive impact in your organization. To discuss my qualification in greater details, call me at 0708 730 093 or email me at koskejfaith@gmail.com.